I would actually, yeah, I would consider taking a stable job. Yes, I've never been offered that
An opportunity.
before, but I'll be happy to try that.
What a morning it's been here at the glorious Summerveld Training Centre, out and about early and getting all those interviews for you for the Understarters Orders, or we call them Understarters Orders shows on the Gallop TV for the weekends racing. And then we came across to the Summerveld Clubhouse. How was your breakfast? Not one egg, not two eggs, but three. But I suppose eggs are good for you.
Eggs are good for you, yeah.
It's delicious
Keeps
breakfast.
the cholesterol up.
You're trying to get the cholesterol up, I'm trying to get the cholesterol down. But Summerveld Clubhouse, the best breakfast on the land. Today's guest is a young man who has just relocated from Gauteng to come and ply his trade in KZN, and he's also just recently qualified from the apprentice ranks to a fully qualified, I call it senior jockey. Now, senior jockeys, we know are the Striker Stradums, but I'm saying senior as in gone from apprentice to a senior. Is that fair?
Yeah, what Stradum is seasoned.
Seasoned, okay.
Yeah.
His name is Siyanda Sosibo, and he is our guest today. Siyanda, how are you?
Good and you, sir.
Thank you very much. Very good. There's no sirs here. It's Warren and it's Andrew.
Noted.
Now, I know that everyone's been instilled respect into them at the South African Jockey Academy, which is great, but you know, I didn't see a
I've known
Sir Andrew, eh?
Yeah, Sir Andrew, yeah. I've known Sosibo since first year apprentice, Ashburton.
Well, why don't
He
you
used to do push-ups with Gary Rich, used to make him do push-ups.
tell us about that? Because let's go back then to that time of Ashburton, where I suppose it all started your riding career. First of all, did you come from a racing family?
No. There's no racing background.
How did you hear about it then?
It was all from a teacher of mine from a previous high school, which is secondary high school. Fayetteville Secondary High School.
Yes.
And then there was a maths teacher there. He used to teach us maths, and then he told me about the school. I did some research. At first, I wasn't into it, but then he kept on like insisting that I should try it out, and then I did, and then here I am today.
So where will you come from?
I came from
Mlazi.
Mlazi.
Okay,
Mlazi,
so you
local
from
boy.
Mlazi, okay.
Yes.
So then you go to Ashburton and you get faced with this bushy head face. You must have wanted to run a mile.
No, it wasn't my fault. It was Ginger's fault.
Why did you do push-ups? Why did Mr. Rich make you do push-ups in the morning? To get you strong or what?
I can't exactly
Every time he
recall.
made a cock up with a gallop, he had to do push-ups. So.
Oh yes. Whenever we made mistakes,
Yes.
our punishment was doing push-ups.
Push-ups, okay,
Yes.
okay. Well, nice punishment, I
Well,
suppose.
Gary was an ex-riding master at the
Correct,
academy, so he knew how to handle them. You know.
So Ashburton days were the days of learning, and did a trainer give you a winner? Have you ridden a winner that was trained at Ashburton? That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so no winner out of Ashburton. When was your first winner, and who was it? Can you remember?
I can't exactly remember when,
Yes,
but it was for Mr. Peter.
Mr. Paul Peter.
Mr. Paul Peter.
Okay, up in
that-
Gauteng.
Yes, it was at the Vaal racecourse, but I can't remember the dates exactly.
No, that's
but
fine.
It was at the Vaal for Mr. Tony Peter. No, Mr. Paul Peter.
Right.
And the horse's name was JP 2000.
JP 2000,
Yes.
named after his nephew. Okay, after JP Peter, who I think JP 2000 still might be. I think he may have retired by now, but he had a lovely long career, that horse. Okay, so that was your first winner. Let's talk about the two pinnacles that have just happened in your career right now. The first thing is that you've qualified from an apprentice to a jockey. Tell us more.
The transit from being an apprentice to being a jockey, I still have to pinch myself. I didn't think I'd make it this far, to be quite honest with you. I didn't think I'd be a jockey one day.
But why?
I think it was doubt. I used to doubt myself a lot.
Okay.
I think that was the problem. Yeah.
Have you?
But you stuck it out, huh?
I had to. I had to.
Okay, so now you've qualified, you're now a senior jock. What does Siyanda Sosibo want to do? What do you want to achieve? What can we look forward to?
For starters, I think getting more rides, and then from there build up to maybe riding in bigger races.
Right.
And if that actually, which I think is gonna happen,
Yes.
then maybe progress to try and go overseas.
Do you have a mentor or a role model or somebody that you can lean on when you need to?
I wouldn't say a role model. I would say I from a lot of people. I have a lot of people that I look up to where, for example, let's say like for jockeys, I don't have like a specific jockey that I look up to. I have different jockeys that I look up to. Like for instance, there's a jockey that's good at the finish. There's a jockey that's good at the positioning horses. So I take different stuff from different people and then try and.
Okay, glue it all
Someone
together.
So he just has to follow Striker Stratum and then you're fine.
And Siyanda, but you've also just relocated from Johannesburg. Did you qualify as a senior jockey in Joburg and then move to KZN, or were you still an apprentice, moved to KZN and then qualified?
I was still an apprentice, moved to KZN, then I qualified.
Okay. And what was the reasoning for moving to KZN?
Lack of rides in Joburg. I wasn't getting enough opportunities as I used to when I first went up.
Okay.
So I decided, let me just change centers and try and come try my luck this side.
You used to ride quite a lot for Sean Terry, didn't
Yes,
you?
yes, I did.
It must be quite an honour to be able to ride for a yard of that size and a yard that's that good.
True, it is, because you get to learn a lot, especially like getting to ride big horses.
Yes.
Because that's a big yard, and then I had the privilege to ride one of the best horses in the country.
Okay, sure. Weight, Siyanda, how's your weight? What's your lightest ride? Because this podcast is an information show and also a show to give you a chance to market yourself. So what is your lightest riding weight?
52, but I can push it to 51.
Okay, 52, 51.
That's good.
You remember when you and I used to ride? I was at 48, you were at 51, is that right?
No, I was 46. I had a 4 kg apprentice allowance.
Okay, so 52,
52.
comfortable, 51
Yes.
for a pusher.
Pushing.
52, let's say, is a nice comfortable weight. Okay, How many winners have you ridden so far?
I've ridden 51 winners.
51 winners, okay. Well, I always tell those that we chat to that go through quite, and I'm not saying I'm a boffin, I'm far from it. Standard 9 was the best 4 years of my life.
I know.
But
It shows.
when you talk about statistics, and everybody goes through lulls in racing, whether you're a punter, whether you're an owner, jockey, trainer, assistant, whatever it is, you go through lulls, ups and downs. So you say you've ridden 51 winners, okay?
Yes, sir.
Maybe you go through a bit of a quiet patch, and that person comes to me and they say, "Sure, it's been quiet, it's been quiet. I haven't ridden a winner for 3 months." I say, "How many winners have you ridden?" They say, 51. I said, "Okay, so you've done it 51 times before. You've been successful 51 times. Okay, so in the last 3 months you haven't been successful. Well, you've done it before, so there's absolutely no reason to suggest that you won't do it again."
True.
So if you had said to me, "I'm going through a bit of a quiet patch, how many winners have you ridden?" I ask, and you say 2, I'd say, "Okay, start to worry." You know what I'm saying? So that's how I motivate myself and how when others chat. And, if a trainer says, "Oh, I haven't had a winner, I can't get a horse to win. It's been 4 months." I say, "How many winners?" "I've trained 365 winners in my career." I said, "Just keep going. More will come."
Yeah, well, you've got to be like Calvin Habib. He can't get out of the second box. Just looking at the stats, he's had 11 winners and 30 second places. So, yeah.
That visiting trainer Robin Claassen was in KZN the other day. I think she was telling us off air that she had her last 8 runners all ran second. I said to her, "How many winners have you trained?" She said, "Quite a few." I said, "Don't worry, the seconds." Boom, she had a double on the night.
No, it happens. It happens to most of us.
So the point I'm saying is the fact that you've decided to relocate, you've decided to reassemble, regroup and fire is exciting, because we welcome you in KZN and we know that you're capable of doing it, and just hang in there and keep grinding. How hard are you working? And answer it carefully, because there's a lot of people that watch this show.
How hard am I working?
Well, you
As
you
hard as
only
I
arrived
can.
here at 10 o'clock when you were working for Mr. Puller, so
You're working
most
hard.
other
I'm really pushing myself.
That's the
I'm
answer
really
we wanted
pushing
to hear.
myself.
Well done. So, because you're quite right, Andrew. We waited for Siyanda because he was working. It's now 10 to 11 and the man's just finished working, so that's good. Let's talk about Mr. Puller. He's a man that I'm sure has been instrumental, along with many other trainers, in your career.
True. Since I've came down, he's been giving me support, like with rides, motivation, telling me what to do on and off the race course. So
Okay.
he's playing a big role in my career so far.
I think, also in the old days, jockeys or apprentices used to be assigned to a certain trainer. And after they finished work in the morning, they used to go to the stable. They didn't go back to school. They go to the stables first, which doesn't happen these days. But you learn a lot more if you go to the stables and work for 4 different trainers, just to pick up on what goes on.
Yeah, I think it's important, but also too at the Jockey Academy, you learn to clean out the stables, feed, put hay, how to do the injections and all the rest of it. So absolutely, it's an important part. Do you have any family?
Yes, I do.
Okay, tell us about your lovely family.
My family, I have a big, loving, caring, supportive family.
Okay.
I have, there's a lot of us. I have,
I don't know if you go through every single family member.
okay, let me put it this way. At home, I stay with my granny, my mother, my father, 3 sisters,
Okay.
and 2 brothers.
Sure, what a lovely, big, beautiful family. That's what it's about. Family love you can't beat. Family comfort you certainly cannot beat.
So where do you still live in Mlozi?
No. I stay in Boutesing.
Okay.
Their interest in obviously your career, but I mean, have they learnt a bit more and got a bit more interested in racing through you?
Yes, they have. Sometimes they even tell me that I'm wrong when I tell them something, when I give them feedback, because I like giving them feedback about my rides.
Yes.
I give them feedback and they tell me, no, you're wrong, you should have done this, done this.
So they put you straight. They set you straight.
I mean, grandstand jockeys already.
And let me tell you something, talking about grandmothers and grandparents, when they talk, you listen, boy. Even if the grandparents are wrong, you just say yes, yes, and you move on.
You have to.
Okay, so that's good that you're here and you had to make a success of it. 51 winners. Phew. Who was your last winner?
My last winner.
I know I'm putting you on the spot. Or let me say to you, how far back was your last winner?
February, I think.
In Feb, hey?
Yes.
Okay, in February.
It was for Mr. Maroon. If I'm not
Okay,
mistaken, Mr. Maroon.
Gauteng. We'll get the name in a moment.
Yes.
We'll get the name, but
Okay.
it was Mr. Maroon in Feb. Okay. For you, what is your biggest challenge? In life we all have challenges, and in our jobs we have challenges. Maybe you don't. I certainly do. You do. What are you finding difficult at the moment?
At the moment, nothing. I don't like nothing
Okay.
at the moment because
So-
I'm just enjoying everything.
Getting to work, working hard, everything is going well.
Yes.
Well, that's
It sounds to me like you lack a bit of confidence.
No. He's camera shy.
Could be that.
Yeah, I know. Could be that. No. Not lack of confidence at all. So, who are the trainers that work with you in the morning now, Siyanda? Do you have a routine, or do you get around to as many as you can?
I get around as many trainers to
Okay.
work. Yes.
Okay. So you just sort of, what's the word? Not freelance, but you go from ring to ring. As many as obviously you can't. Some trainers you get 7 working at the same time. You can't go to all 7 at
Yes.
once.
Yeah.
So you got your system and you rotate.
Yes.
And you don't have an agent, you do your own rides.
Yes, I do my own rides. I don't have an agent yet.
Yeah, I think.
Scratchings at 11 o'clock, you better move, man.
No, it's nominate. No, there is final fields today, and there's nominations tomorrow. That's right. Talking about an agent, I think it's always important to have an agent, but I always think it's great for an apprentice and a young jockey to experience phoning for the rides, sending text messages, and the trainer likes to see that and likes to hear that. And then obviously as time goes on and your business improves, you know, then an agent, everyone's different. Some people might want an agent from the time they qualify, but I think it's the right way that you're doing it. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, well, as you're a jockey, you're a one-man business, basically.
Correct. Yeah, you've got to be everything. You've got to be get the rides. You've got to manage the finances. You've got to talk nicely on TV. You've got to, you know, it's dress well. It is a difficult job. It certainly is a difficult job. So with no problem with your weight, what's your favorite? Are you a good, as we say in horse racing, are you a good doer at the manger? Do you enjoy a good meal?
Yes, I do.
What's your favorite?
McDonald's.
My favorite meal.
I know his is eggs and bacon. He's just eaten about 17 eggs and 4 pounds of bacon.
I don't have a favorite meal. It just depends on what mood I'm on that day. Then
As long as it's good food, you're there.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay. If you were offered a job as a stable jockey, you know, obviously depending on the yard, how do you feel? Do you feel it's better to freelance and ride for as many as possible, or obviously if you were offered a stable job, would you consider that? How do you think it works well, or how would you imagine it working well for you?
I would actually, I would consider taking a stable job. Yes, because
Okay.
I've never been offered that opportunity before, but I'd be happy to try it out.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, well, at least if you're stable jockey, you're guaranteed it for your rides. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, again, as everything, it's about, you know, you get a stable jockey, then you lose out. You know, the guys who you ride work for regularly might want to give you a ride, but then they can't. You can't take it because you're riding for your stable, and vice versa. But yes, it has its pros and cons, like everything in life. Siyanda, well, we just wanted to touch base with you and just let the public know and let the racing people know that you're in KZN. Where it actually all started, well, you're a KZN guy from Mlazi, South African Jockey Academy, and back home in KZN. The family must have been thrilled when you gave them the call and said, I'm coming back to KZN. They must have been over the moon.
Yeah, they were. Because when I was in Joburg, I used to only come here in December, and only for 4 days.
Sure.
Because I had to go back and work, because I didn't want to get left behind with all the rides and winners and everything.
Who was in the same year as you at the academy when you were at the academy? Who were your colleagues?
It was Sipesihle Hlengwa,
Yes.
Donald Giertsen,
Right.
Kiratile Kachedi,
Yes.
myself and Carl Stradom,
Okay.
and then Mtobisi Meiwa and Sinpiwa Mtimunya.
Okay.
So out of the 7, there's still 5. There's 5.
You said Carl Stradom,
Carl Stradom.
applying his trade overseas. The next gentleman,
Kiratile Kachedi.
Kiratile Kachedi, qualified.
Qualified.
I mean, you remember his late father, LJ Kachedi, surely. What a great human being, what a great rider, just like his son.
Yeah.
And then the third one was?
Hlengwa.
Sipesihle Hlengwa, KZN. He hasn't qualified, he's just qualified, hasn't he?
He qualified in August.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
August.
and also doing so well, talented rider. The fourth one?
Donut?
For Donald Duck.
Donald Duck Donut, okay.
Yeah, he got the name.
Donald Giertsen.
Okay, he's saying Donald Duck, you're saying
Yeah,
Donut.
no,
So explain
Donut.
Donut.
He was called Donut because Shane Humby's head groom
Yes,
couldn't pronounce Donald.
Donald,
So
yes.
he ended up Donut.
Donut, okay.
So-
It's like Tina Skerika.
It's got the name Donut.
It's like Tina Skerika, a couple of his staff members couldn't pronounce Tinners, so he became Thinners. So like paint thinners, everybody calls him Thinners, yeah. And so you call him Donald. Why do you call him Donald Duck?
He actually has quite a few nicknames.
Does he? Okay. And now he's based in Port Elizabeth and doing well. He's nice to see him.
Yeah,
in the
I
saddle.
heard that he was given the opportunity to come back. He said, no, he's quite happy where he is.
Okay, that's good. So he's in PE. That was the fourth one. And who was the fifth one? You? No, you're the sixth one.
Yeah, I'm the 5th one.
The fifth one. Okay, so then the fifth one is you. Okay, and then you're here in KZN. You've written 51 winners. So lovely from that year to hear that. Because I know you asked somebody you asked Fricky Kroling, I think, who was in his year, and those were just the different generations. We're happy to have had you on our podcast, and we're happy that you're here. And we will watch your career with great interest. If there's any advice that you need, or if there's any help that you need, I'm sure there's many that are waiting with open arms, and in the box seat team are one of those pairs of open arms. And ride well and just work hard, and we'll be following your career with great interest. And we know that we've ridden winners, and we look forward to you showing us your talent in KZN. So welcome back. All the best in your career as a now qualified rider, and show them what you're made of.
Pleasure to be here, and thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure.
It is our
Thanks,
pleasure
Siyanda.
indeed. And Andrew, before we close up, just to quickly freshen up the viewers' memories, we are obviously recording Thursday. This weekend there's a double header, Saturday. So there's Saturday at Hollywood Bets, Durbanville, I think it is. And of course, Turf and Tane feature racing, hotting up, absolutely hotting up. Sunday we at Hollywood Bets, Greyville. It's the Beach Beauty, let me just get that right.
Beach Beauty Stakes.
Beach Beauty Mile, is it?
Mile, yeah.
Beach Beauty Mile, yeah, absolutely. So there's plenty of racing
Two
action.
pinnacles.
Plenty of racing action for you to enjoy. Also the Pink Drive, going onto the Gold Circle social media platforms, massive Pink Drive, and there was a lovely article, the lady's name escapes me, that heads up the Pink Drive. She's been with Gold Circle, and we run the race meeting together for years. You always see her driving in her pink Quantum bus all over town. So there is the Pink Drive race meeting that's coming up as well. But all those details will be on the Gold Circle Facebook page and Instagram page as well. So that's a wrap from us. Siyanda, lovely. Thank you on very short notice to come and be with us. It's not an exceptionally long podcast today, but because we're behind schedule, but it's just lovely that we've had Siyanda on to be able to talk about himself, his family, and his career. And we certainly wish him all the best. So from all of us here at the In the Box Seat podcast and the entire team behind the scenes, and before I end up, we've got a very special guest here today, and if I don't mention her name, well then I don't know what's going to happen. Very, very special guest. She is from the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Is that right? University of KwaZulu-Natal. She's learning about marketing, she's learning about horse racing, and her name is Nossi. And she's an absolute treat to have in your company, and we wish her in her career and in her learning all the very best. So
Unfortunately, she's got you as a teacher. That's not too clever.
Well, in fact, if she wasn't so nervous about the camera and about the microphone, she would have been sitting next to you helping with this podcast. So all the best to Nossi, and lovely to have met her. That's it. See you as always in the number one box. Please punt well, please be nice, be safe, and yep, as usual, we'll see you in the number one box.